Hey, it's my 5th one, and it's about time I do something Capcom related after all the SNK was giving you. Figured before I do any more X games, even though I'll probably be a bit worse at them because they're not X1, 4, or 5. I remember those quite a bit. And even then, only of X5 only did 0 so far. I test run X2 and 86th the video because when I got too far in the game to get all the 0 parts, you just get in like a fail state and then they stop coming out. They don't give you the opportunity anymore. So I'm like, oops. And I was missing out on like so much stuff. I would have had to like use a guide or something like that to find things anyway. So I may come back to that at some point if people are interested. But for now, I figured I don't remember too much before I even get to any of the other ones. I figured, hey, I remember this quick 24-minute mini movie that they put in the Legacy Collection. I'm like, oh, this is in here? But Maverick Hunter isn't, because that's what that's what it started out as, from Mega Man X Maverick Hunter on the PlayStation Portable. But this review is for the Day of Sigma, is what the little movie is called, a little 24-minute mini movie. I don't know if it's like an OVA, like 24 minutes. That's like an episode, basically, which is like commercials or something. You could probably, that's probably how they put it out too. Anyway, it starts off already with Sigma being the Maverick Hunter leader as X is deployed via air carrier and does like a drop down. And Sigma and Zero on the ground for some reason. Maybe the Virus and X-Force flashback didn't fully take yet, or maybe they were both on the same side, at least for a little while. And Zero just doesn't remember any of that stuff. You won't see any of that stuff here. This is all like X and Sigma for the most part. Zero just kind of there, to be honest. But yeah, never mind that shit. Mark Gatha is X, baby. It's command mission all over again. He rains down a big-ass charge buster shot to fell this spider tank-looking, what do they call it, mechanoroid or machineroid or something like that? I know Reploid, but then if it's not like an actual like standing Reploid, it's like mechanoloid or something like that. I think I have it written down here somewhere. As Chill Penguin, also not Maverick yet, is mostly comic relief, but gets to lead a unit. He tries to pepper the thing down with like ice as everyone comes out with like little grapple guns to like hold it down. That doesn't work. It's too strong for most of them as X has to make a tough decision. It's like, well, I got a clear shot at the machine's generator, but it's grabbed the hostage in the way. So X is like, I can't take the shot. He's in the way. I'll hurt him. All the while, Chill Penguin's like, take the freaking shot or whatever. So Sigma jumps in with Beam Saber in hand, takes it out. Penguin later gives him heat for not finishing the mission. Sigma's the same way, saying, there's a time where we hunters can't hesitate to pull the trigger. We gotta be both sword and shield. X and Zero head back to speak about what exactly does make a Reploid or Mechanoloid go berserk, go Maverick, so to speak. Zero's just thankful, hey, X, you're not like that. Unlike our next appearance from X1, Vile, who is in custody. He's all handcuffed and stuff like that. They lead him away. And next shot is a lot of bookshelves with toy robots and a lot of like machines like booping in and out, like beep, beep. It's not long for this world Dr. Kun, who surprised they remembered to put him in this. It's a big plot point as he's the one who discovered X, as we know from the X1. And that does come up here. He's talking with Sigma, who thinks X is too hesitant. Kun's like, that worrisome nature of his is his greatest asset. I built the Reploids, including you, with X's blueprints and origins in mind, but X is still the only one with such deep worry and compassion. It could be a great strength or calamity, as he laments. He won't be around long enough to see it go down. Next scene is Zero doing some Danger Room-style training, conversing with Storm Eagle after the fact. Both of them are like, move along now, move along. We gotta shuffle you in and brief you along. Like, we gotta keep this. Unless see him from maybe like he gets like maybe like a few speaking lines here and there. It gets like 2 or 3 things to say to Zero, and it's like, oh, okay, everybody get into the. Before he's like, oh, we were contacted. Everyone's holding a meeting. We gotta go. And so they're all briefed along with the rest of the hunters that the Mechanoloid Spider from the beginning was being controlled by an outside party, according to this pink-haired navigator unit. She said, somebody's hacked in somehow. X and Zero, you're the ones that are sent to investigate this pinpointed location where the hacking took place. They get there too late. A lot of Reploid hunters taken down, like on the floor sparking. Some cuts here and there. And Sigma shows up and asks Zero, like, what do you make of this? And Zero's like, someone good enough to go for weak spots and take them out quick. Whoever did this grabbed the data and ran off. Everyone scrambles to find them as in the morning another spider mechanoid attacks. Wait, did he blast her? Is that the same one? But no, the exact same thing. Oh, by the way, the animations for these is really, really weird. It's like half anime, half CG. I don't know what to make of it, especially with the mechanoid moving around. Like, it's almost like all CG in that place. It weirds me out. I'm not a big animation guy or something like that, but I see what I see and look at this, and I'm like, man. They're dealing with that. X and Zero going to another location somewhere else, because it's like, they've moved elsewhere, and meanwhile, the Vile's sitting in his jail cell, and someone opens the door. Somebody's letting him out. And news travels very quickly to X and Zero as they get word, hey, Vile's escaped. And the Navigator girl, the whole time, she's like, where's Sigma? I can't get a hold of him. So X and Zero arrive at the other area and find even more Reploids with slash marks on them, and then they blast off with the news the hacking source is coming from a nearby missile base. So they get there, and they run into Sigma again. Sure enough, Sigma pulls an attack on Zero while Zero and X are looking over at the nearby computer, and Sigma's like, he must have left with the data, blah blah blah, or whatever. Sigma tries to pull a fast one on him with the saber, but Zero blocks it. He's like, he's already deduced how quickly the Reploids were cut down. Like, it had to be someone with very high attack capabilities, aka Sigma. Sigma then grabs Zero and holds him hostage. Just like, hey, X, you gonna take me down, or you just gonna I gotta mirror that from the beginning again. And of course, once again, X hesitates, which allows Sigma to cut down Zero and grab X, and tries to force him to drop your weapons. And X does so. I've never seen it do it like this before, but how his arms one of his arms turned into not a fist, but the cannon. He drops the cannon. The cannon slides off his arm. It turns into his hand, but it still looks like he's actually still missing a hand. It didn't get cut off or anything. He just literally just drops his weapon. He drops his X-Buster. Now it's on the floor, but it's also his hand. I'm like, did he not know about that design? I feel like he did that by oh shit, wait a minute, that's my actual hand. What did I just do? Oh, no time for that. I'm getting beat down on. Gotta ask Sigma what the hell's going on and get my expository. And Sigma sets all the missiles to launch, stating basically in so many words, he and Reploids are about to be atop the food chain. And they launch into a nearby city where Kane is staying, and both of them are just go up with the flames. Sigma drives his boom saber into X, who has already dropped his arm cannon, like I mentioned. We get a flashback to where X awakens to seeing his creator, Dr. Light, who explains, I gave you the name X, much like in actuality, it's a X, it's a variable. It's like the numeral. It's to represent your limitless potential as a brand new type of Reploid, one that more human. You can think, and you can think for yourself. You can feel and all that stuff. Yeah, but I also believe that potential could be bad if unleashed. People might not be the world might not be ready for you yet, so you can't leave this area. I haven't finished everything. You're still highly experimental. X tells him, hey, don't worry, I'll fight to protect, and goes out of his flashback to hit Sigma in the face with his That's all he gets, though, because X he's like, oh yeah, I got a sword woman missing arm. I'm gonna shut down now. Which allows Sigma to escape. Zero wakes up, he's like, oh, where'd he go, Sigma? He grabs X and makes it out, cursing Sigma, who is on the outside now with his cool red cape now, so he's full of Sigma from X1. But he's like, X, I want you to, in so many words, prove yourself. The winner gets to decide the future of Reploid kind, stating the war has just begun. He does spooky Triple H laughter. By the time I come down from my, giggling to myself at that. Go watch the end, I swear. It's more akin to that, if you see it. But yeah, I come back and I'm like, oh wait, that was the end. It ends with Triple. I swear I heard his voice before. I'm thinking they could have gotten a whole bunch of people from G Gundam and Mark Gatha, because I know Command Mission was all about that. And I'm and sure enough, behind the voice actors has it as Gerald Matthews, who was 8 different people in G Gundam, and yes, one of those 8 happened to fight against Domon Kashu, namely Marcelot or Marcello, maybe the T silent, Marcello Kronos from Neo Greece and his Zeus Gundam. Favorite to win the Gundam fight until, of course, our protag. He's in Maverick Hunter X, also voicing Flame Mammoth. Also found out he is also in Command Mission 2 as Wild Django and Depth Dragoon, so that's 2 X games. He gets to fight Gotha in twice. 4 overall. But yeah, this is just a new thing to help usher in how Maverick Hunter was going to play out. It is what it is. World building for the most part, and not even that much. Just tell your tale in 24 minutes and get on with it. Like I said, the animation looked really weird and jerks around a lot. Like the CG anime kind of thing, like weirdly disjointed in a way I just really couldn't get into and look at it for too long. So on its own, it's just meh. And then the art makes it look even more meh. It's like average to below average, but it does what it sets out to do. It's just not something I'll watch over and over again. Not really anybody else I can think of either. But yeah, that was Day of Sigma. With that said, take care and thanks for watching.